Good afternoon, guys. Mike here with Woodsman's Gear on YouTube. I've got a new product review for you today, and we're going to be taking a look at the Grand Trunk Nano 7 ultralight hammock. Tilt the camera down, get a little closer look at this. It is the Grand Trunk Nano 7 sil nylon ultralight hammock. I bought it off of eBay and it was unused but without the packaging. Got a pretty good deal on it, saved about $20 over the retail price. Normal retail prices that I found on this is anywhere from $69 to about $82 on both eBay and Amazon. This is their lightest hammock. It is a single style hammock instead of a double, so it's only made for one person. It is ripstop sil nylon, I believe 1.1 ounce per yard, and the way it comes packaged is with carabiners instead of ropes for the attachment points that go through. These are aluminum carabiners. They are not rated for climbing, but I believe that they're rated for about 300 pounds each. And very lightweight, feels very nice in the hands. And we're going to put it back in the stuff sack here and see exactly what it weighs on the scale. It is 7 1/4 ounce, so 7 1/4 ounces as packaged with the aluminum carabiners. Alright, so I've got the Grand Trunk Nano 7 hammock here, and I'm going to be removing the carabiners on them and actually using mule tape for soft loops. And I'm going to do this. I saw this done on another channel on YouTube. I really don't know what the channel is, but if you're watching this, this is not my invention. It was somebody else's idea and it worked good. And all you do is kind of stick that in the gate regardless of what type of material you're using, and then you rotate it through the end tube. Just makes it easier and quicker to get your material through there. Loop, and we're actually going to go through a second time, and I'm only doing the second loop not for strength but just to spread out the weight dispersion on the hammock material itself so as not to cut into it. Now that we've got those through there, I can unclip that, and I'm going to rotate, clip out. Those will be good. I will not waste those. Obviously they're pretty decent carabiners. They're not for climbing, but I believe they hold about 300 pounds. And so what we have here is a loop through and then 2 tag ends. And on those tag ends, I'm going to go to the end of one, and I'm going to not around both of them, just around the other tag end. I'm going to do a double fisherman's knot. And then dress that down as short as I can. Really don't want any more than about 3/4 of an inch sticking out there. And then what I'm going to do is pull that through to make it relatively small, because I don't want very much excess material. And on this setup I won't be cinching down on the hammock itself. It's just going to be double looped, and then I'm going to run my suspension strap through both of these. So now that we've got it down pretty tight, about a 2-inch diameter hole, I'm going to take the other running end and do a second fisherman's knot opposing the first one that we did. Go over once, bring it over a second time, back through both of them, and then we just want to dress this down, get it as tight as we can, and then set it. And those are tight. Pull the cinch out. So you got about a 2.5 inch opening there when it's all said and done. And I'm going to take this end and we're going to trim that back to about 3/4 of an inch. That little piece is scrap and will be thrown away. And we're going to melt it. Actually going to melt that end a little more as well. And there you have it, soft end loops for hammock suspension. And then, like I said, it's going to be used with more mule tape. These are 15-foot each, I believe. Maybe 20s. I'm not sure exactly how I did those. So without those carabiners on it, I'm going to put these back in the pouch and we're going to weigh this again. With the carabiners it was 7¼ ounce. And we'll see how much weight we saved by going with soft loops. And that's actually about twice the material of soft loop. I could do it with one loop and get by with it, but zeroed out. Alright, so we are at 5¾ ounce. Yeah, 1.5 ounces for losing the 2 carabiners and going to soft loops. And this total package with the suspension straps is 10.5 ounces. And like I said, I can probably lose some more weight by shortening these up, and I may very well do that in the future, but for now I just want to make sure that I've got plenty for just about any situation where I've got trees that could be quite a distance apart. So 10.5 ounces. So very tiny, very compact, and if you'll stay with me, we'll get outside and set this thing up for demonstration. Alright, so I'm out here in the front yard. I've got my 2 straps here. I'm going to hang these on a nail for now. And get my hammock out and ready. And I'll show you what I've done here. So for removing the carabiners, I have done double loops through twice and then back to itself on one with a double fisherman's knot, and I left about 3/4 of an inch on each side in case it happens to slip. Hole in the middle about 2.5 inches in diameter, and I've done that to both ends. Saved 1.5 ounces over the aluminum carabiners, and so out here we can get a better view of this material. It is super thin, almost, it's got to be the same material as sil nylon, but it's not listed as having the silicone impregnation. This one is a light gray. I believe that they make it in a greenish color as well. This one does only have single stitching on the sides, and on the ends though, where it really counts, is actually triple stitched. So looks like it's put together pretty good. Super lightweight, super soft. I really like the way it feels. Look at the pouch here and see. All right. So start with this side here. Go around the post twice. On a larger tree, I would only do that once. On a smaller post, it helps to keep it from digging in and getting a splinter in the line or something. And on this setup here, I'm going to set it up loose to start off with. And then once I get both ends done and in the air, I can come back and adjust it. That'll hold where it's at for now. And the straps that I use, regardless of what the material is, I just happened to switch to this new mule tape, but I keep them 15 to 16 foot in length. Seems to give me plenty of distance between decent sized trees, so I can pretty much get it hung just about anywhere that I encounter in the woods without too much of an issue. As long as there are two trees, I can usually find two that are close enough together for that. There, come down here, and I'm going to pull this up a little. The other benefit to using the mule tape, aside from the weight, is quite simply its strength and the fact that it does not stretch much, if any, under these load conditions. And all I do is like a trucker's hitch there to keep that from slipping. And it takes a minute here to get it kind of even. Cinch that up, and that will keep it from slipping. Will definitely take a little getting used to over the Eagle's Nest Outfitter. My usual tarp is or usual hammock is a double nest that has just a lot more material, which enables it to wrap around you and make it a lot more stable. But once you get used to it, it is not bad at all. Virtually no sag from where I had it. I have not felt it stretch out like the Eagle's Nest do. That material seems to stretch quite a bit more. I'll actually probably be setting this up a little bit lower to the ground next time, because I do like to use them as kind of a chair. I thought the hammock itself was going to stretch out a little more, but it did not, which is a good thing. That's kind of the goal. And I set in it kind of hard, so I want to go back over these ends and double check and look to make sure that nothing got damaged. And all looks perfect. All right. So all in all, I think this is going to be an excellent product. Again, it will serve my purpose as my ultralight backpacking hammock, and just in general as a hammock to use in the woods or whatever, anywhere. It's smaller and more compact, and when you go through the process of changing things out to lighter materials and stronger materials such as the mule tape, or if you wanted to use some of the whoopee slings with the am steel type stuff, you can do like a Dyneema cord, small Dyneema cord. One particular one that I know about is called Dynaglide. Is less than an 1/8 inch in diameter and holds 1,000 pounds braking strength, tensile strength on it. It is also lime green, so if bright colors are your thing, that one works out pretty good. Stuff is super lightweight, super tough. It is throw line for arborists. It's kind of expensive. It's about 35-40 bucks for like 100 feet. But it works out pretty good. The mule tape is just super cheap. That is 1/2 inch mule tape at 1,800 pound strength, and you can get it in 5/8 and 3/4. I'm sorry, that actually is the 5/8 at 1,800. 1/2 inch is 1,200, I think. 3/4 is 2,200, 2,400 pound test. And then they make it in a 1/4 inch, which is right at 1,000 pound test. But I haven't found any small increments of that. It's all been in like 3,000 foot spools, and I really don't need 3,000 feet of it. So, but that would be a good choice. 1,000 pound strength is more than enough for use in that, and being a 1/4 inch takes up less space, less weight. So there you go, the Grand Trunk Nano 7 hammock, and set up with soft carabiners or soft loops on the ends instead of the aluminum carabiners to save weight and increase the strength. Overall, I think it's a good product. For the $70 mark that it's coming in at, looking at Amazon and eBay and stuff like that, I think it's a pretty good deal. Considering that its competition really is the Eagle's Nest type products. They've got an ultralight hammock out, or a lightweight hammock. It's certainly not ultralight. But all of their products are in the $70 range and up, so they're all very competitive. The workmanship seems to be pretty decent with it. I don't think it's as good as the Eagle's Nest Outfitters sewing and stitching and all, but it is pretty good. The triple stitching on the ends, where it counts, is the most important part, I think. So that's it. Thanks for watching.